recording, and then I'll play the intro in about 5 seconds or so, 10 seconds. Set this.
Yo, I'm sorry, but the world is getting way too goddamn sensitive. This shit has gotta fucking stop.
And picking up the audio, right?
Yo, my bitch gonna leave me if she can't see me live on TV.
You can FaceTime her. I don't give a shit. All right, it's recording. Let's start. Yep. So we're on audio. So all right. So let me just fill you guys in. So what we attempted to do was get the site that we would be able to.
I'm gonna go.
Yeah, it wasn't happening. Facebook thing. So we're like, all right, you know what? We created a page a while back just so we have it, set and ready. And verify. For hours after verification. So it's basically like, all right, so we're not going live tonight. We're gonna record the video. We're recording the audio, and this is how we used to do things.
Sure.
Well, now you can't because we have video.
Oh.
What's up, guys?
I better hurry up and get dressed.
Oh, you guys missed out.
Welcome to the Truly Random Podcast.
So if you guys are watching this, this is Rob and Chuck from the past.
Yes.
It is 8:40, and the video might not be as long as usual. Did I sign it? Yeah. Don't worry about that.
Okay.
Because what's like the nicest way? Oh, you know what? We're not live, so we're not going to lose anything.
Yeah.
Facebook is literally fucked.
On fire. It's on fire.
Chuck is still in his ban from 30 days ago. But
two more days.
Yeah, a few more days. But I picked up a ban. Mm-hmm. And my ban was literally, I said, "What's up, ho?"
Rob's a bad boy.
But dude, if I read the notification and it said your comment goes against our standards, no one will be able to read it. Would you like it removed? And I'm like, yes, remove it. I don't give a shit.
Sure, if that keeps us friends.
Right.
Yeah, I'm
But
done.
it said nothing about a ban or 24 hours, nothing. So we try to go live tonight on Facebook, and it's like, you can't go live. I was like, oh, I must still be signed into Chuck's profile. And I was like, no, wait, that's mine. So then I tried to go on my phone and like post something, and they're like, nope. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? So
Facebook is out of control.
we got a hold of Beth, and we're like, Beth, we're going to add you as an administrator to the page and try to, go live through you. And
denied.
Yep, that wasn't happening. Facebook was like, no, we don't feel like doing that tonight. So you are watching us in the past.
Yes.
So basically, if you're watching this video,
yes,
we are both dead.
We're time traveling. By the time you get this video, we'll be gone.
Late. Cyberdyne has taken over. The T-1000 was inevitable. Sarah Connor is still on the roll.
The only reason why those 33 cargo ships are still out to sea is because it's a government plan. They haven't snapped their fingers yet. As soon as they snap their fingers, the ships land, they open up, out come all the robots. We're all fucking dead.
Is she still on the phone?
Yeah, she's still there.
Oh.
Are you still there? No, she hung up.
Yeah, probably because she's like, okay, they recorded. I'm good to go.
She says, get to work.
So, hey, you know what? We are going to have video. It might not be live, but you guys can at least jump in and watch if you guys cannot go without seeing us. But, we were actually doing a little bit of Googling ourselves while we were waiting. And, man, so many platforms I did not know we were on.
We were all over the place.
Yeah.
Just for a little sample, do a side search at home on Google and look up the Truly Random Podcast. We're popping up all over the place.
And it's weird because there's literally apps I've never even heard of that offer podcasts. So Spotify came up and Apple Podcast came up and another one I heard of came up. But then the top 3 or 4 results were apps I've never even heard of. Yeah. So there's that. So if you guys listen to us, please come up on our Facebook and let us know what platform you found us on or where you guys listen or anything like that. It would
I'm very curious.
Yeah. I mean, I'd like to see a breakdown. I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing that we're on so many platforms.
Oh.
A lot of people would say, oh, well, you want as many listeners listening to one or two platforms because you'll get more listeners. So, like, instead of having 100,000 listeners over 20 different platforms, you try to get 80,000 over one because you'll make more ad revenue and stuff like that.
Right.
But with us still growing and being in the infancy, and you know what I mean, I think it's good to be everywhere, you know, and give everyone the options. And maybe when we get big enough, we will take, you know, a stab at minimizing it. But I want to stay on Spotify because it's popular.
Yeah.
Apple and Google Podcasts are the next two that are popular.
Okay.
And then if there's a couple out there that people really like in other countries, and they're like, hey, you know, we don't have any of those options in Malaysia, so we'll be like,
why aren't you on AsiaTalk.com?
I've showed you that map. Dude, there are people who listen to us in Asia.
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't know who the
Malaysia.
fuck they are.
I don't know. It's probably one of those seedy people that hide in. You know how they build houses between houses there? They put like a tarp across the alley and then...
Yep, this is my house now. Yeah,
this is my house now.
Yep.
Till the typhoon comes.
Yeah, monsoon season.
And then we're screwed. Oh, God.
So, as you briefly alluded
God damn it, Rob. They're after us. They're after us. See? You thought I was joking around. I told you they're after us.
We actually have talked about different video platforms.
Yes. I told you we had to go somewhere else.
But here's the thing.
We need a new home.
Facebook is the most popular. And whether we like it or not, we'll always have a Facebook presence. Yeah. Whether we're going live on Facebook all the time is different. We might be better off going on Twitch. We might be better off going on, you know, another platform like YouTube, going live on YouTube whenever we're fucking allowed.
Yeah.
And then just sharing the links and bringing people there. I know you get away with a lot more on YouTube, and I know Twitch, oh my God, dude, it used to be even worse, but it's like the Wild West. You can play copywritten music in your background, and your video like doesn't get taken down.
Can I do the show naked?
You probably, well, that would be 18 plus, but yes, you can.
Oh, sweet.
I wouldn't want you to, because I got to be here too. We'll just have like a wall that separates us like this.
Well, that's a good COVID prevention anyway.
Yeah, that's the whole reason we even started doing it. We don't want to cross-contaminate our clothes, so we take them off.
Yeah.
We keep the wall in between us.
Yep.
All right, so let's get down to ass tax, brass tacks.
Tax of the ass.
Here's the facts.
It's all about the prison purse.
Honey smacks. Joe Biden will be in town. He actually probably is in town right now.
The pudding pocket. Do you think he's in town right now?
I think so.
He's probably.
Because they said he was going to be in town on Wednesday, right?
Right. I will give $100 to the first person to go down and put a F-U-C-K.
No, you can say it. We're not
to put a fuck in front of the part of the Scranton Expressway sign.
Someone already did that.
No, shut up. Did they?
And they took it down already.
Well, get back up there, boys. Let's go.
Me and my uncle were talking about today.
Dedication. Like, you got to be dedicated.
Well, you got to do it soon. I bet you they have somebody watching that right now until Thursday. Like they
probably got like extra police presence there and shit.
Yep.
Yeah.
Our tax dollars hard at work because we don't want Joe Biden to get offended. Probably doesn't even understand what the fuck's going on in his mind right now. You know. Yeah. So he's gonna be in town if he isn't already in Scranton.
Yeah.
So I don't know why.
So you're not gonna be able to get around Scranton tomorrow. Not like you want to get around Scranton tomorrow anyway.
Yeah, but even trying to get on the interstate, like say you got to go to Wilkes-Barre, and you got to pass the Scranton Expressway or whatever, it's probably going to be a shit show, you know?
I'm glad I go the opposite direction now.
Yeah, no, it's probably better. So, do you know what the reason for him coming to Scranton is?
Well, probably to dedicate the Biden Expressway sign. You gotta have a dedication ceremony, you know?
Because I'm thinking to myself, like, man, there's really, like, a lot of shit going on in the country right now that maybe the president showing up to his hometown because he had a interstate.
Let's be clear. Scranton is not Joe Biden's hometown. He spent a little time here.
He was born there, right?
No.
I thought he was born there and then they fucked off immediately.
No.
Okay.
I don't think he was born there, no.
Hold on, let me pull up the phone. I know he spent most of his time in Delaware because I'm from Delaware, and I know the Bidens ran Delaware for fucking years.
Can you take him back? Can you guys please take him back?
I'm not even down there anymore. I don't give a fuck where he goes. As long as it's not DC, I'm okay.
Hey, I got a great idea. You know what this country should start doing? It should start taking all those moldy, nasty, angry employees that they've had for like 25 years that don't do anything, and they should promote them. Just like we did in Washington, D.C. Let's take a guy who didn't do shit for 47 years and then give him a promotion. He deserves it. Voted for, segregation.
Oh, yeah.
But that's okay. That's in the past. And he's not a baseball player.
Because he was the vice president
or
for
a
the
football
first
coach.
black president. So all of his past indiscretions of racism and all that.
Oh, well, it's all gone now.
Yeah,
man.
none of that matters.
It doesn't matter now.
Yep.
That stuff only matters for, like, football coaches.
And see, if he became president in 08 and Barack was his vice president, it wouldn't have worked out. Because it's like, white man always holding down the black man. And you know what I mean? I ain't your slit. So he had to be vice president.
Yeah.
But it astounds me because right now there's so much shit wrong in America. Yeah. And it's not even like, there's always been stuff that's wrong. But my thing it comes down to is like, all right.
Well, I loved listening to the redhead today. Excuse away. Pete Booty Plug. Is that how you pronounce this? Booty Plug, right?
I'm not even familiar, guy. Like, honestly, like, even
Pete Booty Plug's,
okay.
paternity leave, like it was important. Like, he just had any other government job, like any other government job. It doesn't, so he gets his paternity leave. He says, no.
I did
when
hear
you are
that
in
video
the highest levels, when you're in the highest levels of government, okay, you don't have a paternity leave. You have a national crisis that you are now in charge of getting out there and fixing. That's your job.
But that shows you how serious or not serious they think this is. That shows you that they don't think it's that big of a deal.
The situation is serious. It is. The fact they're not taking it serious shows the ineptitude.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like,
and idiocy that is our present regime.
That just proves that they don't give a shit. Because
no, they don't give a shit. And I call it a regime because that's what it is. This right now, this is not a political party in the presidency and running stuff. This is a political regime with an agenda that they are shoving down our throat, and they're doing it on a global scale. And I've warned about this for how long?
Well, we knew how the party was going to work after Donald Trump wasn't. All right, so we said if Donald Trump didn't get reelected, whoever came in after him was going to do as much work as possible to
get rid of everything,
to change every single thing he did.
Yeah.
Now, COVID kind of put a wrench in the spokes, because if COVID never happened and we didn't have this pandemic, and Donald Trump still lost the election, which I don't think, honestly, I think Donald Trump would have won if COVID did not happen year of the election.
I'm sorry, but at this point you have to admit that there's no freaking way Biden beat Trump.
No.
There's no legitimate legal way in hell that Biden beat Trump.
Well, here's the thing. So the only reason or way that Joe Biden could have won against Donald Trump was in 2016 when Hillary lost. A lot of people said, I never thought Donald Trump was going to win. I didn't go out and vote for Hillary because I didn't think I had to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So when this election came up, you had all the people like, okay, we cannot let that happen again. We absolutely have to vote for anyone but Trump. And that's how Biden won. So even if COVID did or didn't happen, I don't necessarily know if...
That's not how he won. There's a lot of shady shit to how he won. And the sad fact of the matter is we'll all be long dead and gone before it finally comes out. And it's another one of those things that ends up in the history books.
70 years after.
This was the most illegitimate election in U.S. history.
Like the way that we talk about, like, when, fucking Nixon.
The Gulf of Tonkin.
Yeah, or the Manhattan Project. Yeah, whenever we talk about stuff from the past, it's like, oh, that's just... And I'll tell you, look, Abe Lincoln freed the slaves, but Abe Lincoln did a lot of shit that people did not agree with. He censored the media because of the shit they were... And listen, rightfully so. because Abe Lincoln wasn't about like his own personal, like, hey, I'm censoring the media because you guys said I looked fat.
Yeah.
It was, hey, I'm not trying to create a fucking civil war.
Yeah.
You guys aren't helping.
Yeah.
Shut your fucking mouth.
Yeah.
So like that it's a little different, but he censored the media, censored newspapers, yeah, and that's well known. But back then when it was happening, it was looked at a little differently. But again, information spread differently, and
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, if COVID didn't happen, Donald Trump would have had a much better chance of winning. I absolutely 100% believe that.
Which, just for me, solidifies the whole idea that COVID was freaking manufactured in a lab in China.
Well, we know that. We do know it was.
And who said that first last year?
When
me.
I'm trying to think of the episode. I'll have to pull up the date, actually, which it'll only take a couple seconds. I'll go back and look through Anchor. But if you go back and you look at our season 1 episodes and you just look at the dates and stuff like that, let me just real quick. Truly,
that's actually a fun game to play.
Random
to go
back and listen
to the old episodes and then be like, oh shit.
All right, so burning down the house. These are grunts. All right, episode 3.5. All right, so February 2nd, 2020 is when we did episode 4.
Okay.
All right, February 2nd, 2020. That was before the first case of COVID hit American soil, because the first one was like February 22nd or 23rd.
Right. And in the beginning, you and I were very much for all these maskings and things like that.
Oh, absolutely.
And the whole 9 yards. But now
seriously.
It's getting out of hand.
We took it seriously because we were told to take it seriously.
Yeah.
But if you actually go and listen from let's just say episode 3 to episode, I'll say 8, from March 4th. So from like February, March. Listen to those episodes and just listen to what we actually have to say about it, because it did end up happening. And it's funny because we weren't talking about it as it was happening. We were talking about it before it happened, especially with the lab creation thing. Mm-hmm. And now we actually know, like, it's not a theory. We know about the COVID testing lab in China.
Yeah.
Like that's their whole purpose, was like treating and testing coronavirus and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And for years, I think they said that opened in 2006.
Yeah.
So whatever, 15 years, 14 years, not a single case came out of that place.
Yeah, but then just before the election, bam.
Not only does it come out of that place, not only does it leave China, it makes it to American soil, a completely different continent separated by an ocean.
China, an aristocratic, freaking authoritarian state,
communist state,
that could totally lock down and tell people you're not fucking going anywhere.
Well, especially Wuhan,
and it somehow got out.
Especially Wuhan. If you're talking about Hong Kong, I just actually learned this today. I didn't know this. So Hong Kong is actually a democracy.
Yeah.
China is a communist country.
Yeah. Well, Hong Kong,
and their logo,
up until just a little while ago, still belonged to the British.
And and their logo, their whole mantra, whatever, was 2 systems, 1 country.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I heard John Oliver talking. It's like if this was like 2 girls in 1 cup, but one girl has exclusive rights of what happens with that cup.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's pretty much how. And I didn't know that. So if you're saying the COVID came out of Hong Kong, I'd be like, well, maybe because it's a little easier to get out. But Wuhan, this little fucking town in the middle of nowhere in China. Yeah. You're telling me you could not quarantine that area? Fuck you.
Do you think any tourists got to go in there and look at that place before this incident happened? People probably didn't even know that place existed.
No, it probably looked like a bunker from the outside. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But whatever, it happened and it made it to the States.
It's just funny when the conspiracy theorists start spinning the truth. And the deniers are the ones that are now the conspiracy theorists, because they don't want to admit to everything that is going on a global scale.
But what makes a conspiracy theorist? Like, what is the separation of somebody having an idea? No, actually, somebody who knows how the world works and knows how things work and knows how it's going to happen, compared to somebody having a lucky guess. All right, so like say let's say that the Patriots or whatever, the Bucks won the Super Bowl last year.
Yeah.
And right now I'm like, oh yeah, the Bucks because they got this player and this player and they're probably gonna win, and then they win.
Yeah.
All right. That would be like, oh well, he had a theory and it was right.
Yeah.
But that's an educated theory off of what makes like a conspiracy theorist.
Yeah.
How do you validate what they say between fact and guessing? You know what I mean?
I have conversations with people.
Right.
I have conversations with people, not just here, all over the planet.
Right.
And I keep my fingers on the pulse of the freaking planet. And there are definite systems in place that if you watch, it's a whole bunch of, there's a man behind the curtain. You could focus on the curtain all you want, or you could go around the curtain and look to see what's really going on behind it. You practice that enough, it just becomes second nature.
Right.
Oh, they're doing this because
we'll question everything.
Yada, yada, yada.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just like I was saying, remember me talking about keep an eye on Africa? How much you want to bet China starts buying up shit in Africa?
But now, how much of that came from? How much of that came from the past and how China's operated?
Yeah.
And how much of that came from guessing? Well, Africa's got to be. You know what I mean? Like
no, it came from the fact of what Africa has. Okay.
But they've always had.
No, if you want to take something. Okay, let's let me see how I can generalize this. Just speaking in the ways of military. Okay. There's the highest tech needs things like gold because gold is the best conductor. So that's what you're going to have in your computer chips.
Yeah, we've always had gold, diamonds. Yeah, they're rich in
lithium. All right. For your rechargeable batteries and things like that. Rare earth metals, which are very, very important in like upscale armor and things like that.
No, I know what they have.
So you gotta geographically, if you know where that kind of stuff is on the planet, and you can predict movements, and if you see those movements come true, then you know that you're on the right track. Kenya has some of the best rare earth metals in the world.
So,
and China has Kenya so far into debt to them that the Kenya government has started to just give shit over to China.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Which is going to give them control of some of the richest rare earth metal mines around.
And America has options, but we're in debt to China too. You know, and I could totally see America being like, like I said before, well, here's Kentucky, pick it up, take it with you, whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Not only are we in debt to China, but now we have the problem where we are diluting the American dollar so far down the hatch. There's going to be no coming back.
Yeah.
If you keep raising the debt ceiling, if you keep raising how much you owe people in interest, you're never going to pay off that loan.
Right.
It's just like me with a credit card.
Yeah.
I'm not going to max it out because then my monthly payment becomes
just going to be covering interest of
$200-$300 a month, and that's all I'm ever going to be paying is interest. I'm never going to pay on the principal. So that's the same basic concept going on here.
And this is weird because if you look at major successful countries, 90% of them have their own resources that they make money off of. Right. So it's weird because like the Middle East, and listen, I don't want to rag on the Middle East or anyone there, but a lot of the Middle East is kind of a shithole.
Yeah, but you got to understand.
Wait. A lot of Africa.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't even have clean drinking water in Africa.
Yeah.
But they have these valuable resources. Mm-hmm. Okay? Now, let's look at someone like Russia. Russia has their own oil, and Russia is, better off than many countries. All right, we'll say it like that.
What China is doing?
What does China have as their own resources that they can offer the rest of the world besides cheap labor? Like, do they have oil? Do they have natural gas?
They have mines. They have all that stuff. They have all that shit. Not only that, but they're basically participating right now in a perverted type of nation building, which isn't unlike what the British did.
Colonization.
At the turn of, the last century, where they would go into, say, Ethiopia, which at one time was rich, with food and fertile grounds, and tell them, look, you're not going to grow those sustenance crops anymore. You're going to pull those all out. Your area is great for growing, let's say, coffee beans. You're going to plant all these coffee beans. That's all you're going to plant. That's all you're going to grow. You're going to pick it all. You're going to sell it to us. And in exchange, we're going to give you food at a cheaper rate.
But
so basically, you destroy the fertility of their local ground.
Right.
So that you can make money off of them. And it's a form of extortion. And it's what China is doing all over the South China Sea and all over Africa and, believe it or not, South America.
But to be fair, America has also done that in previous regimes, if you will. You know, like in Central America, the whole Banana Republic.
Yeah.
All that war fighting down in like Honduras and Nicaragua, or not Nicaragua, Honduras and El Salvador and all those. All of that came from Americans wanting their bananas. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And now the biggest companies in the world, when it comes to that, which I believe are like Dole and Tropicana, are still those original companies that America put in there.
Yeah.
And America was afraid whenever they would have like a dictator-ish leader, we would send in our own guys.
A puppet government.
Right. Or we'd give money to the countries that they're fighting with or guns or whatever and make sure that leader didn't get in.
Yeah.
Now, that was because America has always had a fear of communism, not just to this day, because it's not as bad, but, like, in the 50s and the 80s, it seems like communism was, like, the hot thing. And, yes, I know the Cold War was fought all in between them.
I think now more than ever we need to be fearful of communism. I think now more than ever we're seeing a return to the Marxist ways.
But this communism is different. We were always afraid of communism from other countries' powers.
Yeah.
Now we need to be worried about our own country bringing in communism, which I never would have thought America, the country that we are. Yeah. Obviously, it's capitalism, and you can dog capitalism all you want, but you know what?
As you watch this, it still allows you to be free.
As you watch this on your $1,200 phone or $1,500 computer, don't fucking tell me capitalism's bad. Okay?
Right. On a system that allows me and Rob to actually sit here and talk about this shit.
And
without people knocking in our door with rifles and taking us away to a camp.
They might block us for 24 hours, but we don't have to worry about getting dragged out and fucking having to do hard labor for 2 months or 3 months.
Not yet, anyway.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I don't think America's ever had a fear from its own government. I'm not talking about conspiracy theories. I'm talking about legitimate, like, things that we were afraid of from other countries, like communism. Because, like, in the 50s, I always say the 50s and 80s because I always identify 60s and 70s more or less with, yes, the Cold War was happening, but you had Korea, you had Vietnam, you had, but, like, in the 50s and 80s, it's like that's when communism was, like, the biggest fear in America. And I don't know if it's because of the president who, like Reagan, 80 to 88, and then Bush Sr., 88 to 92. So for those 12 years, we had people who were 100% against communism, and they were in power when Russia or USSR fell, the Berlin Wall, all that stuff. And I always said, like, I have a buddy, he's Romanian, and he's like, dude, 1991 was the first time in my life I ever saw a banana. Yeah. You know what I mean? Just importing random shit.
Yeah.
But then after 90s, like when it failed, no one brought up communism again until more recently. China's been communist this whole time.
Until our own government started bringing it up.
Right.
But here's the funny thing is back in the day, the McCarthy trials.
Yeah.
Most of those people were Hollywood bigwigs.
Yeah.
And entertainers that were being questioned about communism. And what's funny is the fact that
not much has changed.
What's driving a lot of the programming of most Americans that they don't even see because this is how
embedded it is.
No offense, but how stupid people have gotten that they don't, it's right in front of their face, they don't even freaking see it.
Yeah.
And who's doing it? Who's perpetrating? The media, Hollywood, these news stations. You've got 5 news stations that are basically training you how to be a good communist, and you've got like maybe one out there that's telling you this is all bullshit, don't go along with it. But unfortunately, they're so far right that nobody wants to listen to them either.
But when the other 5 all dog that one,
yes,
it's hard to gain credibility when nobody respects you and nobody, you know what I mean?
Well, this is why I said, look, if you see a group of kids beating up one kid,
yeah,
do you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Who's the bully? The one on the ground or the 5 kids kicking him?
Yep. But,
so,
but then they're like,
sorry,
what if that one kid was walking around with like a Nazi flag and he was goose stepping and stuff? And it's like, listen, you're acting like that happened. I mean, if that happened, yeah, kick his ass. But I'm saying you're acting like, let's just be real. It's Fox News.
Yeah.
You're acting like they do that all the time.
Yeah.
Fox News has tons of broadcasting that isn't just dogging the left all the time.
Right.
And they actually do have some really good news anchors.
But honestly, tell you the truth, if we didn't have them dogging the left as much as they do, it would be 10 times worse right now. Because then basically all the people in charge, all the people that make laws, all the people that are setting this up, the powers that be would just be sitting back saying, well, it's working. Let's go on to phase 3.
But I don't think Fox is holding them back to the point where it's going to ever stop.
It's not going to stop.
You know what I mean?
It's not going to stop until the American people stop it.
Right. And this is what I said. I don't know how many times I have to say it, but like these news channels, that's exactly what they are first. It's not news. They're channels.
Yeah.
They make their money through advertising.
It's called programming for a reason. Yeah.
To make money, you have to sell ad space. Well, if you want people to pay a lot of money for your ad time, you got to make sure people are tuning in to what you're showing them.
So you have to appease their wants and needs.
Right. So TLC used to be the learning channel, and they would have a lot of documentaries on and stuff. And ad space for TLC was super cheap. I could probably get ad time on TLC 20 years ago. But then TLC was like, man, our highest rated shows are like these little beauty queen things like Honey Boo Boo and My 700-Pound Life. It's like, wow, a lot of people are tuning in, and look at, we're making more money advertising during that. So fuck all of the documentaries.
Yeah.
And now we'll just show this all the time.
Yeah.
And now they're making more money because people are watching it. So part of it is from the American people giving into that guilty conscience kind of train wreck television.
Yeah.
And now you're holding these cable companies at the same standard as Comedy Central and Spike because they're all on cable TV.
Yeah.
News networks are not Comedy Central. It's not scripted. It's not supposed to be.
Not supposed to be,
It's
but
supposed
it
to be
terribly is.
news. Just report the fucking news.
Yeah.
Tell me what's going on and let me make my own opinion.
The days of Walter Cronkite are gone.
Yep.
They're done. They're gone. They're over.
There was a few good ones back then.
There is no such thing as freaking real news anymore. It's all everything and anything you see.
And why do you think
read
Trump
or hear now? You have to fucking analyze yourself.
And why do you think Trump made the term fake news popular?
Because it's true.
It's not like somebody just said it in like a meeting and he was like, "Oh, fake news. That's pretty. No, that's fake." No, it's literally fake
ass news.
And you're taking something
Yeah.
and you're making your own assumption about it. You're making, all right, so like CNN, they see Donald Trump go like this. Now Fox News is like, oh, I don't know, maybe the president has a cold.
Yeah.
And then CNN's like, President Trump on 3-day cocaine bender in Miami.
Because he touched his nose.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then people run with that.
Yeah.
And then other fucking things on like BuzzFeed and all these like these news organizations that were literally created by two fucking college kids who dropped out because they fucking did too much Adderall.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Now they're taking those news stories, they're breaking them up, so they're already a fake news story.
Yeah.
Then they're breaking them up even more, putting their own content in it,
Yeah.
and then they're giving it to people, and it gets 100 million shares.
Can I tell you what confuses? Can I tell you who's confusing the living shit out of me right now? Is Netflix. And this is why they're confusing the hell out of me. I actually watched that Comey show. They had a miniseries about Comey.
Oh, yeah. I saw it. I didn't watch it, but
biggest piece of propagandish bullshit I've ever seen. They made the guy look like a complete angel, like he was completely innocent, that he was a victim of his own circumstance, trying to save the American people from embarrassment, yada yada, this, that, the other. I was like, this is the biggest.
I'm gonna have to watch it.
This is the biggest crock of bullshit I've ever seen. And I saw that, I'm like, God, Netflix is just another liberal freaking talking point place to train people.
I will say,
but then I watched Dave Chappelle. Very level-headed performance, right? Did he talk about some controversial things?
It's Chappelle.
That's what comedians are supposed to do.
Yeah.
But I also think he did it in a very extremely respectful way. Very respectful way.
He caught a lot of flack still.
And he still caught a shit ton of flack on that.
Yep.
And I love his answer. He's like, well, fuck you. I don't live in the world of Twitter.
Exactly.
I live in the real world. Go fuck yourself.
Yep.
And that's what more Americans need to do. We need to start unplugging all these fucking assholes that try to tell us how to fucking think.
To inform us. And they're right. And if you don't believe like we do, you're wrong.
Yeah.
And no, it's not right and wrong. Make your own fucking opinion. Yeah. Opinion. And Dave Chappelle, the last special that he put out a year ago on Netflix, he got a lot of flack for too because of a trans joke and stuff like that. Yeah. And he straight up said, he's like, dude, like, did you not watch the special? He's like, I love those people. I have friends that are trans. Like, I just want to say how I want to say things without, if I offend somebody, it's not my fucking problem.
Yeah.
That, and we've said this since the beginning, we were going to offend people. Yeah. But unfortunately, like, Facebook is in this safety bubble of, no, people come to Facebook to get away, to escape the real life and get away. And, no, people go on Facebook because they want a sense of feeling of what everyone else feels. Yeah. So if everyone is voting a certain way and you want to be a part of that group, well, I got to vote that way. Yeah. Oh, everyone loves this Tiger King documentary, which I love serial killer stuff and I love true crime stuff. Tiger King is such fucking bullshit. I don't fuck that, dude. Okay, but if you said that on Facebook, now you get attacked. Or if you're, this is what's going on across the board in society. Listen, when it comes to sex and sexual activity, I don't give a shit what you do. I don't care if you're a guy and you like sleeping with guys, turtles, fucking ducks. I could give a shit less. If you're gay, animals, let's keep animals out of it.
I'm just saying, I could give a shit less what you do with your goddamn private parts.
Yeah.
Okay, but what I don't agree in is that we have to have a gay and lesbian history month, a gay coming out day, a gay pride month. We got 3 different things going on for them. A gay pride flag at a federal institution. Yet, right now it's breast cancer month. And is there a breast cancer flag hanging at any like VA hospitals or anything like that?
And here's even if
is there one? Is there even one?
But even
and that is a medical establishment.
But even if they want to create that, the gay community, we have our own month now. Yeah. Great. We have our own day of coming. That's all great.
Good for you.
Great. Yeah. 2 things. Don't rag me when I don't acknowledge your holiday or your day or whatever.
That's your shit. That's not my shit.
Yeah, I'm not changing my Facebook profile because... All right. Yeah. Secondly, leave our fucking kids out of it.
That shit right there makes me want to smack somebody.
I'm not saying don't talk to your kids. Yeah. I'm not saying leave your kids in the dark until they're 18 and then let them figure shit out on their own. I am not saying that. But if parents... want to do some parenting and actually explain to their kids what someone who is transgendered is. Yeah. Then you, as a parent, do the fucking research and explain it to them. Yep. Don't say, you know what, this would be a lot easier.
You know what? No.
If we got a trans person to come into the school tell all the kids, sit down and...
No. I'm going to put myself out on a limb here and I'm going to say, no, fuck that. Sexual dysphoria is a mental dysfunction. End of story, period. Okay?
But some parents don't want to relay that information.
The only sex that should be taught in a school is once you get to high school, they should teach you about the male and the female reproductive organs, and that's the end of it.
And STDs.
And that's it.
They should teach STDs.
And hand out condoms. End of fucking story.
Yep.
Anything else you want to do, that's your own private fucking business.
Yep.
It is. But you shouldn't have transgenders coming in and reading books dressed up in drag to fucking 3rd grade kids.
And
that's fucking bullshit.
And this is what bothers me is then I would never tell a kid that he can't be something Unless it's like, well, I want to be a dinosaur. It's like, listen, that's like literally impossible. You know what I mean? You can't do
Well,
it.
you could grow up and get a costume.
Yeah, you could dress like, yeah, but
Get a job at
you
Disney World.
literally think you want to be a dinosaur. You want to identify as a dinosaur.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't give a shit what you identify as. What's your driver's license say? It doesn't say fucking dinosaur. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But, and this is where the harsh reality comes in. When you have a kid who's like 10 years old, and he starts wearing the makeup, and he starts doing the hair, and he starts doing this, he starts doing that. After he sees this presentation, a lot of people are going to say, see, that presentation, it helped him. He had all these confused thoughts in his head, and he didn't know how to feel, and then someone came in and told him all this was okay, and now this is the real him. And it's like, wait, you really think a 10-year-old has the mentality to think that is... No, what happened was they had someone come in, and it caught that kid's attention, whether he looked up to him, whether he thought it was cool, something. And he was like, I want to be like that.
Whatever happened to the idea that kids are incredibly impressionable and we have to protect them?
Yeah, but no, they're against it when it comes to violence in movies and video games.
Oh, yeah.
But not when it comes to, because this is real life.
Yeah.
Yeah, 10-year-olds cross-dressing and having their own, that's real life.
I seriously think we are at a point where a single dad in a terrible custody battle with his ex-wife could take his child to the rifle range at 12 and get in trouble via the court systems and everything else that he's teaching him violent behaviors and things like that, and he's teaching him how to shoot a gun and da. But the mom could turn around and take the kid to a drag show
and defend it,
and the dad could complain, and the judge be like, that's nonsense. She can do whatever she wants.
It's her kid too.
That's where we're at.
Yeah.
That's where we're at. And like I said, I want to reiterate again. I don't give a shit how anybody feels about themselves. I don't care if you walk around thinking you're a puppy dog. Fine. Whatever. Just don't ask me to throw you biscuits.
Yeah, but that's it.
Okay, because I'm not going to play your fucking game.
Exactly.
That's your issue.
Me. But then don't get mad when I don't call... Oh, you can't
Listen,
call me
I'm not
a
into
gay.
wife swapping either. You're not going to see me at a swingers club. Not my bag.
Right, but like...
But I shouldn't have that taught to me either.
Remember, I think it was like a year, maybe two ago, that person went into GameStop and they were complaining because the person behind the counter called them man or sir.
Yeah.
And it's ma'am.
Yeah.
And the guy, accidentally even, I guess subconsciously was like, oh my God, sir, I'm so sorry. Man, she's freaking out.
I did that.
It's
I've
ma'am.
been in a situation like that.
But I understand why somebody could get upset, but this is the reality of things. And now from their aspect, they're like, this is why we need to teach people more about it. No, it's not our fucking job to know what is inside your head.
It's your job.
I don't even know what's in my head.
Yeah, no.
How do you expect me to know what's in yours?
Yeah, no. Listen, you can make up any make-believe world you want on a fucking planet. That doesn't mean that I have to play your game.
Right.
If I want to go down the street and play a different game, that's my.
And I'm not trying to stop you from playing your game.
Go play your game. That's fine.
Absolutely.
But don't shove it down everybody else's throat. Especially don't shove it down little kids' fucking throats. That shit's just fucking demonic. That's evil, and the fact that it fucking exists and people will actually would probably chastise me before they chastise a guy doing that to a kid. Which was really fucking wrong.
Which it's funny because it moves it to a worldwide, not just an American thing, but a worldwide thing. There's tons of places out there where like, oh, America is so intolerant. And, there's way more tolerant countries out there, like Canada and Denmark and Finland. Well, no. So,
I don't know.
No, but seriously. But here's the thing. When you go to Denmark and you go to Sweden, you don't see these, transvestite acrobats in schools.
No.
You don't see all of this gaudy, flashy, in-your-face stuff. Yeah. And, we're raising awareness.
You don't see parades going down the street in the middle of the day, grown men fighting with dildos and poking each other in the butt with them when there's little kids there.
Those countries understand the value of self-respect.
Right.
And they say, listen, what people do in their private lives is their private lives.
Yeah.
And we'll treat them like a human being regardless.
Yeah.
And that's it. That's the tolerance. And in America, they're like, oh, well, see, but we don't get treated like that. No, you do. Yeah. But you look and you pick every little fucking thing that doesn't go your way, and then you automatically assume it's because of how you choose to use your life.
Well, I'm sorry, but if you bust it down, they get treated better than that.
But like,
because they get exception. They get an automatically being right if they get in a fight with a freaking heterosexual person.
Until somebody stands up and says something, and then it turns into a conflict. Like if you get a transgender person and they have 25 items in the 8 items or less line, and you say something about, oh, it's because I'm transgender. No, it's because you're a fucking asshole. Yeah. Like, dude, I don't give a fuck what you want to be, what you claim to be.
But if you make that statement, you're still going to lose that fight.
Yep.
Because the media is going to jump all over you.
Yep. There's actually a black woman in Florida, and I use that as a reference because she had like 15 items in the 8 items or less line, and the guy behind her said, "Hey, what the fuck is your problem?" And she went on social media and she went on the news and she was like, "This person was telling me to go back to Africa and go back to my own country and blah blah blah." They found the guy and he's like, "Okay, first, I'm a Cuban American.
Yeah.
Second, I'm a Democrat.
Yeah.
Super fucking liberal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So there was nothing racist about what I said. I had nothing to do with race. I told this lady she was an asshole. And while he's on live TV, she starts talking from like the edge of the corner of the camera and like, oh, you know what you said. And he's like, dude, it's on camera. Like literally, I never said anything. And she had to go and do a public apology. But the problem is that guy now had to go on live TV and to explain himself.
And now he's marked.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Scarlet letter. The modern day scarlet letter.
Because in America, as of right now, it is no longer innocent until proven guilty. Yeah. It is you're guilty until you prove your innocence.
Depending on who you are.
Right.
If you're a football coach, you're guilty. If you're Joe Biden, you're innocent.
Right. Or, I mean, let's be kind of real with it. If you have any kind of money or power, you know what I mean? Yeah. Now, you'll have the people being like, oh, he did that
Well, unless you're Donald Trump. Because then you're guilty, too.
It wasn't always like that for Donald Trump, though.
Well, I'm just saying. Look at
now
Cuomo.
It is. Now
Cuomo
it is.
Talked all that shit about Donald Trump when these girls came forward. Turns out the fucking lawyer was a seedy fucking lawyer. He's now behind bars, and it's all bullshit. Cuomo sitting here denying the whole time and talking shit and talking down to Donald Trump. And who's the guy who's really freaking pediddling people?
Yep.
Fucking Cuomo, the fucking scumbag.
But now people won't say, oh, Cuomo was wrong, so we kind of have to take that off Trump's plate.
They won't say anything.
No, they're going to say, oh, Cuomo, he's a bad person, but Donald Trump's still bad, too.
They're not going to ride that horse to death. Are you kidding me?
No.
It's Cuomo. It's not Trump. If it was Trump, they would have rode that thing forever.
Oh, yeah.
Forever and a day.
Well, and that was like we said last week.
And they would have spread it around, too. They would have been like, all Republicans are like this. Yeah. All people that don't think like us are like this.
If you support this guy or you agree with anything he has to say, then you agree with... And that was like when he got elected with the whole grab the pussy thing. You know what I mean? Which, I hate to tell you guys talk like that. And any guy who is out there right now, be like, no, I'm well respected, and I don't speak to. You know what?
That's the guy in the freaking what do you call it? Bill and Silent Bob Strike Back movie in the back of the van with the guitar.
Yeah. The sheep fucker.
Only skeezy.
The sheep fucker.
Only skeezy. Fucking stoners fart.
Yeah. No, but that guy.
That's like every liberal.
Yeah. No, but that's it. I swear to God.
Yeah. No. Yep.
So we do need to get in a couple other things real quick.
Do we? I don't know.
Well, we got to talk about the situation with there's going to be no Christmas this year, if you guys haven't heard.
Yes. No. Christmas is canceled.
We mentioned a little bit.
All those cheap presents that you bought so that you could save face and look like the impressive uncle, dad, mom, aunt, cousin,
just
uncle, or big brother.
Love. Just being able to buy love. Because
yes, that's made in China. Is stuck in a container offshore. And probably one of the worst logistical incidents in the United States history. They're not going to label that. They're not going to talk about that because it shows that the present administration is completely inept. The guy who's supposed to be in charge of all this shit getting moved across the country is on paternity leave. Because that's what's fucking important when an entire country shuts down.
Not only that,
I wish I had that.
Hold on.
I wish I had that excuse when I was in the army.
Not only that.
Hey, we gotta go to combat. Yeah, but they're gonna be shooting guns, right? Yeah. Well, that's dangerous. I need to go home first.
Where's all the feminists out there who are saying that women need the more rights? Why is there a man on paternity leave?
Yeah.
Well, you know what I mean? Women get paternity leave. Why do men have to take paternity leave? That's something for women. It's like, okay, well, here's your left-leaning fucking guy who's on paternity leave.
Yeah.
Tell him to get off his ass and come back. You tell him that. I mean...
Well, no, I agree with paternity leave.
Oh, I do.
For men, I do.
I absolutely
I really think it's a good idea if they switch it up. So that the mom has it, and then the dad picks it up somewhere towards the end of the mom's, and then... Because then you got a constant presence with the kid for a little while.
Right, yeah. And like in other countries, like in Italy, there's like literally paid 6-month maternity leave.
Yeah.
And there's state jobs that like are nannies.
Norway does that too.
Yeah. And like literally Italy will send you a nanny. And it's not just to take care of the kids. She'll come over, she'll fold your clothes, do this and that. You know what I mean? So like there's countries out there who do maternity leave right.
If I was in Italy, I'd be banging out a kid every 6 months.
Oh yeah. Well, that's what they do anyway. It's Italy. I mean, come on, you know. But what I'm saying is all those feminists out there who believe that they deserve not equal rights, they deserve more rights. Go ahead and start writing your letters to this guy. Maybe he'll come back to work a little faster. But what I'm saying is...
You know they do it to you. You know they put pressure on you at work.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you got the maternity leave, but, you know, we kind of need you.
We have a deadline that this sandwich has to be out by Friday.
We're going to have to bring somebody in to cover your space just while you're gone. Nope. Yeah, you know how they do. You know how they won't do that to Buddha Plug, though.
Nope.
Am I pronouncing his name right?
Honestly, I have not watched the news
I think it's Pete Buddha Plug.
It reminds me of what was the guy who tried selling Obama's who was the guy who tried to sell Obama's seat in Senate when he became president? Blagojevich.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what it reminds me of when I think about it. Yeah, that guy.
But listen, when you are at the top pinnacle position in a government, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
If you were running like a local transportation depot down here, okay, maybe you keep your paternity leave.
Yeah.
But when the entire nation has 33 cargo ships offshore over there, nobody can get them unloaded, and there's a serious transportation problem in America, guess what? Booty plug. You go back to fucking work.
But you remember a few months ago where there was like that channel Suarez maybe? One of the channels, like that boat got stuck.
Yeah.
And they're like, man, how are we going to get this ship unstuck? And that happened a few months ago, and guess what? All of that was taken care of, and no one covered it on the news. This is like 10 of those. Because it's not just one massive ship.
It's 33 of them.
Right. Massive containers coming to America. But what I'm here to tell you is, it doesn't matter.
Well, you hear what they're saying now? Do you hear what the liberal media is saying now? Liberal media now is saying that the problem isn't that. The problem is truckers. Meanwhile, some guy put a video up there of all the trucks sitting on the dock waiting to pick up shipments of shit.
Yeah.
They tried to spin it as, and this is... The lies have become so fucking blatant, it's not even funny. Don't do a Google search on any of this shit, because the first 20 things you see will be fucking lies.
Well, but you know, Google has already been
questioned
by the government.
There is a trucking shortage in this country.
There is. Well, there's a job shortage.
But this guy literally showed all these fucking trucks lined up, ready to go on the dock.
Oh, yeah.
The real issue with this is, even when they start unloading those containers, it's going to take forever. In the meantime, that's going to cause a huge hiccup or bubble in the supply chain, if you will. The shelves are going to go fucking empty. Yep. People are going to panic.
Oh, shelves
People
are
going to fucking flip out.
But this is what I'm trying to tell everyone right now is your basic amenities will always be met. Regardless, like, I like the blue raspberry Kool-Aid jammers, and they've been kind of hard to find recently. But guess what? There's other flavors. There's other companies. There's water. I mean, it's not the end of the world. You will always be able to find a substitution for something. Okay, regardless. And if you're worried about like Christmas presents and stuff like that, like, well, dude, order online. You know what I mean? Plan ahead. Order your shit.
Buy local. Fuck that. Let this be the Christmas that everybody buys fucking local.
I'm saying if you have to get like your college student son a new computer. Don't wait till the last fucking minute and then wonder why Best Buy doesn't have any. Fucking Be proactive if you know the shit's going on, and just order it.
I like my idea better.
You know what?
I like my idea better.
I can't go to the farmer's market and get a video graphics card.
Maybe you can't, so maybe you don't get that this year.
But I need it. I'm American, and I don't like to wait.
Well, you can blame. That's the one thing you can blame corporate America for. Is so worried about their fucking bottom line that they would ship all the manufacturing overseas. Do you know how many empty factories there are in this fucking country right now?
That's not a new thing. That's been around since I was a fucking kid. Even under Bush, we started having jobs going overseas.
Yeah, but now we have incompetency in the government.
Well, we always have.
And look what it's got us.
The issue is the cheap labor that was being taken advantage of over the years.
Pay more for your shit, America.
That's
plain
it.
and simple.
That's
Build it here and pay fucking more for it. Quit being a stooge. And if you can't afford it, then don't fucking buy it.
I remember when things with like the badge of Made in America.
Yeah.
Like a lot, like there's even a Simpsons joke. The Simpsons episode came out in like 96, 97. And like Marge picks up this like rolling pin or something. And she looks and it has the Made in America sticker. And she goes, ugh, not today. You know what I mean? Like there was like a stigma that, oh, if it's made in America, it's like not great quality. Like, I don't know where the fuck that stigma ever came from.
Well, it came from the fact that they wanted to sell their cheap ass overseas products and up their fucking bottom line.
Right.
And make more money than they already fucking have.
And that's what I'm saying.
And we as Americans have been letting them do it.
Because of saving that money.
We're asking them, we're letting them cut our fucking fingers off, and we're asking them, go ahead, take another one.
Yeah.
And people don't give a shit.
But what it comes down to is like, if you want something, you work for it, right? And if it's not available, you wait till it is. It's not the end of the world. Don't base your life off of the materials.
But Rob, my neighbor just got one of those, and if I don't get one, then I'm not going to be fucking cool. Fuck you're cool.
But cool and happy are two different things, dude. And I know a bunch of guys right now, I'll say people, guys and girls, and they're cool. They're influencers and they got a lot of followers on on social media, and they drive these nice cars. And you know what? I talk to them. They're not happy.
No, they're fucking miserable.
They have issues. Yeah, dude.
You become a slave to it, man.
Yeah.
You become a slave to that. You want true freedom? Walk away from everything.
True freedom. Don't let anyone else's opinions make your decision. Don't make your decisions based on others' opinions.
Yes.
That is going to give you the most freedom you'll ever fucking feel, dude.
Yes.
It's hard, though, when you're younger because of influence. You know what I mean? When I was younger, I never wanted to ruffle any feathers. I wanted everybody to like me. Even in high school, I said, like, I never ran with one clique. I was friends with jocks. I was friends with punk rock kids. I had friends everywhere. But in reality, I had acquaintances. I was cool with everyone. Yeah. But how many of those people would pick me up from the airport at 3 a.m?
Yeah. No, yeah.
3? You know, that's the thing. When you get
I'd pick you up, Rob.
I know you would. But when you get older, you realize it doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah.
You know, and that's why I guess, like, even if you're our age and you feel that pressure or whatever, like, it's not worth it.
Well, I just look at the present state of America these days. And honestly, we got nobody to blame but ourselves.
Yeah.
We did it to ourselves.
Oh, absolutely.
And we're going to keep doing it until we freaking wake the hell up. I honestly do believe that right now the only thing that America is waiting for is for that Concord and Lexington fucking moment. They're waiting for that first thing to pop off. And it's going to go nuts.
Well, they said that tensions in America have gone down since President Biden's become president.
That is complete and total bullshit.
The media,
complete and total
media
bullshit.
hasn't been focusing on it as much.
No, the media doesn't want to talk about it now.
That's what I'm saying.
Because now it doesn't sell tickets. When Trump was in office, it sold tickets and it built hate and it built the division that they wanted. Now that they have the hate and the division that they want, and they're in control, now they're going to start spinning their other narratives and imposing their communism in tiny little tidbits at a time.
There was a cop that killed
and
a
it's
black
happening
person.
right in front of our fucking face.
There was a cop that killed a black person every week when Donald Trump was the president.
Yeah.
And guess what? It's still happening.
Yeah.
But you haven't heard anything about it because the news cycles got what they wanted.
Yeah.
Trump's out and their guy's in, and they can focus on other stuff now.
Yep.
You know what I mean? That's basically all it was. Basically, in 2016, when Trump became president, or 2017 when he took over, whatever, It became a 4-year propaganda war of, you know what? We can't get this guy out fast enough, so we'll make it a living hell, and we'll blame it on him. But then they're like, wow, we really need to get this guy out of here. They tried impeaching him twice.
Yeah.
Because they could not wait that 4 years to try to get him out.
Yeah. Well, that just goes to show you the degree and deep-seated fucking hatred they have for everything patriotic. And at the end of the day, that's what it boils down to. They want to bust down everything that used to be America by labeling every single piece of it fucking trash or racist or sexist.
What we call patriotism, they call nationalism.
Yeah.
And now nationalism has this, oh, it's racist. Like,
not in my mind. In my mind,
literally put
I've never been more proud in my entire lifetime to be an American nationalist. I love my fucking country.
I love America. And guess what? My dad, he came here from Italy, and he loved this country. My dad had many chances to move back to Italy. He visited, but he said, America's my home. I love this country, good and bad. Because we're not always right. America does make fucking mistakes and shit like that.
But that's what the whole idea was.
But every country does. Every country. It's not, the grass isn't always greener.
Mark my words, Rob. And how often am I wrong? Mark my words. The next thing they're going to come for is the American flag. Pretty soon they're going to say, this no longer represents the America of today.
That we believe in, yeah.
We've got to change this flag because a lot of people find it offensive. And I've actually had people see this flag.
Oh, it's colonialism. 13,
yeah. I've actually had people see this flag in the background and be like, and I'm like, what do you bet? What the fuck are you snarking about? Oh. I will come through this fucking screen and smack the piss out of you.
Yeah, because...
But this is... Mark my fucking... How much you want to bet? How much you want to bet? This is the next thing
well, you know what? They associate that flag with Confederate. Like, they see that and they think, oh, Confederate. Even though that has nothing to do with Confederate.
It has nothing to do with the Confederacy.
Yeah, literally nothing to do with it. People see that because
even the Confederate... Oh, well,
when you see a Confederate flag, you see that flag. It's like, yeah, but when you see a Palmilla flag, you also see an American flag. Well, they're different.
Even the flag that they're attacking is not the flag of the Confederacy.
Yeah, and that's the other thing.
It's the flag of the Virginia regiment of fucking General Lee's regiment.
Right, but it's the reference that they're that represents it. You know. But here's
it represents go fuck yourself. How about that?
On a closing note, here's a country that is actually doing something worse than America for change. Canada.
Well, that place is so fucked up, dude. You couldn't pay me to visit Canada right now.
Canada's recently... All right, so back in 2013, I got clean. I heard about Canada having these safe shoot-up sites.
And like Philadelphia has now?
Hear me out. Hear me out.
All right.
So you would go into this facility, and they would offer you a clean, sterile little, cubby desk area, and they would give you clean needles, and they give you a clean tourniquet. And all you had to do was come in there with your drugs, and everything was there, and you would be in a safe environment and clean and stop the spread. And I was like, you know what? You're not helping, but you're not... you're not hurting, and you're not helping, but I see, like, you're trying to put, like, a Band-Aid on an amputation, and, like, I commend you for trying to put the Band-Aid on. Yeah. Obviously, it's not going to help. Yeah. But, like, that's cool.
But it's just like the Narcan that they hand out for free.
Right.
Meanwhile, people can't afford their diabetes medicine.
Yeah,
and they fucking
insulin's
die.
$800, but yeah. But now Canada decided to out-Canada themselves because there's literally sites that they set up in the street where they are now standing out there with megaphones with a line half a mile long, and they're saying, we have meth, heroin, and cocaine, and it is safe. It is free of fentanyl. All of it has been tested. So come and get your free heroin, meth, and cocaine.
Oh, fuck me.
And the line for this fucking thing is just a who's who of warrants and fucking, you know what I mean? Just like, listen, I did drugs for a while. I know the fucking people, all right? That line of people is bad. It's bad news, okay? And they're giving out, not even selling. Like, it's not even like, hey, we got safe drugs. They've all been tested.
First bag's free.
But no, even it's like we got bags. They've been tested.
Yo, I got
and
2
they're
for
half-
$5.
They're half the market price.
Yo, I got 2 for $5s. I got 2 for $5s.
And it's like,
brother down the street got garbage, yo.
But it's like, think about it. All right, so like, at least they're
God.
trying to make something off it. They're paying their employees who are handing them out. No, free. So now, what is stopping a 15, 16-year-old kid with a fake ID to walk up and be like, shit, not only do I not have to steal from anybody, not only do I have to worry about where I'm going to get drugs, because I could just show up here every fucking day.
How do you think this mentality is very far off the mark from America? It's going to happen soon here.
No, I don't think we'd ever give it away. We would sell it because we're America and it's about making $1.
No, we wouldn't sell it. It would be taxpayer funded. Come on, let's be real.
But
it
they
would be taxpayer funded.
But they would be making money.
I would
off
be
it.
going to work every day at a job
Well, just like dispensaries, they make money.
that I couldn't smoke pot if I wanted to
Mm-hmm.
because I get drug tested. But my tax money, well, I'm kind of doing that now. I go to a job
Dispensaries, yeah.
that I'm not allowed to partake in any kind of drugs.
Yep.
There is drug testing.
Yep.
Yet, part of my tax money goes to Philadelphia, where they hand out free needles.
Well, because the needles,
And-
the needle's not
and
the
also-
drug, it's the bubble, you know.
And also these clinics where they hand out Suboxone.
Methadone, Subutex.
I pay for that.
Yep, that's taxpayer dollars.
I pay for your fucking drug habit.
Yep.
Go fuck yourself.
And I pay for the Narcan to bring you back when you fucking overdo it all the time.
Yeah.
With tax money.
But the
Absolutely.
little kid with diabetes, he might die.
Yep, and because his parents make $26,000 a year instead of $25,500.
Where the
they have
fuck
to
are we
pay
going? Where the
full
hell are
price.
we? Where the hell are we going? Where are we going, man?
But this is what I'm saying. Like,
How can anybody possibly think that this type of mentality is fucking normal?
but what about all the people who say, "See, Canada's progressive"?
I don't give a-
No, they have universal health care.
Oh, get the fuck out of here.
But then you say, "Yeah, they have universal health care," but they're giving drugs away, and they're telling people, "Well, it's okay because they're safe." Whatever happened to drugs being bad because they were drugs?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, fentanyl is bad. It's a drug. And it's powerful. That's how it can kill you. It's very, very powerful. But guess what? You can still overdose on heroin.
Yeah.
You can still overdose on coke. You can still overdose on fucking meth.
But
Even if it's clean.
But you know what pisses me off about that this nation, that nation, the other nation has universal medical and da, 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 da. Number one, what is their population compared to us?
Oh, I know.
Number two, there's no such thing as a free fucking lunch. I don't
Nope.
give a fuck what country you're in. If they're giving out something free to their citizens,
They've already paid for it.
there's citizens that are busting their fucking ass to pay for that shit too.
Yep.
And that's bullshit.
If you get your paycheck at the end of the week and you see 15% taken out because of taxes, and then say it's like $40 a week, and then you get your next paycheck, it's 42, you get pissed. Like, dude, well, the fuck? Well, oh, they're taking an extra $2? What the fuck is this? Imagine if they're taking 42% of your fucking paycheck for amenities that you'll never use.
Yeah.
Oh, well, free
Yeah.
healthcare, everyone gets that. Okay, yeah, well, what about the fucking drug program? Someone who's never done a drug in their fucking life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It blows my mind.
And I can't understand that mentality and how that mentality is being normalized in America
I don't know.
and pushed to sainthood.
I don't.
That people should have and be able to have the right to partake in stupid, idiotic, self-destructive behaviors, and you're gonna fucking pull the tab for it, whether you like it or not. That is fucking taxation without proper representation.
Yeah.
That is not what I fucking voted for.
Yep.
That right there in itself is reason for revolution in America.
Well, that's why America became
Just
America.
one.
Yeah.
Just one of the major reasons.
Yep.
I'm not even getting into all the other shit.
That's why I just...
And this is what I'm saying. This is why I say I think America is waiting for that Concord, Lexington and Concord moment. It's gonna fucking happen. And when it finally fucking happens, all the people that fucking put all this stupid shit in place are gonna run away to their private islands or whatever other shit they got set up. They're gonna leave your ass, the stupid dumbass who keeps voting for the fucking Democrat,
Keep putting
in the
them in.
lurch
Yep.
to fight for your fucking self.
Yep.
And you're gonna get steamrolled by all of us that really fucking give a shit about this fucking country.
And you're gonna ask, like, well, where did it go wrong? And it's like, man,
look at yourself. That's where it fucking went wrong.
Yeah, just go back to 20 years, the last 20 years. Like Facebook, they show you your memories every day. Just go back and look at your memories throughout the last 15, 20 years, man. Like, there's so many things that are gonna contribute to it. You know what I mean?
But it's definitely gonna happen at this point. It's we used to say, oh, people are gonna get fed up with this, and eventually something's gonna happen, yada yada. But now it's like, yeah, it really is going to happen.
It's not a matter. Yeah, it's not a matter if it's a matter of
it's when,
but at what scale? Because I have a feeling that America, or the media has a really good way
the media is
downplaying things.
Well, yeah, they're trying to choke it out,
right?
And we saw examples of that all last week.
Yeah,
we had the airline pilots who went on strike. Okay, well, all of a sudden, somebody immediately stepped on me and said, No. It was about days off and shit like that. I'm like, yeah, okay. Yeah. That's what the first 20 stories on Google tell you.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's plenty of videos out there telling you that shit. But then right behind that, and I shit you not, right behind that, I was presented with 3 other videos and then a text from another separate person, all saying that the reason why they're fucking saying fuck you is because of the mandates, and they're not going to fucking do it, and they're not going to fucking fly.
Yep.
And to even to solidify that and seal that even tighter, what was the first fucking thing they told us in the news, the airline themselves? They said weather patterns. So, weather all across the United States, all at the same fucking time.
Which never happened in the history of America.
Never happened in the history of the planet's fucking existence.
Right, yeah.
Except for maybe the Yucatan Peninsula when the fucking meteorite hit and killed all the dinosaurs.
Yeah, way before our planes were even that.
Way before, yeah.
Our planes were good then, but not great.
Yeah. So it all happened at the same time. And the sad fucking part, Rob, the part that irks me is there's Democrats sitting out there going, oh, yeah, I could see that. Yeah. Ooh,
that goddamn El Nino 2021.
That weather, that's because of the global warming.
Yep.
My other friend told me that.
Yep, just like H1N1.
And you fucking assholes are taking it deep throat, man. You're like a fucking porn star from the 70s. You can't get enough of it. You can't get enough of it.
But it's because they're doing what they're told. You know what I mean? Like, this is what the media tells you.
Fucking robots. Fucking sheep.
Nothing you can do about it. Honestly, even us sitting here talking about this.
Listen, let's be clear. I could get up tomorrow morning and decide to change this shit. I could get up tomorrow morning and decide to change this shit.
Yeah, but you know how.
But you know what I would get for that? Yeah. It would be, that guy lost his fucking mind. He's a psycho. Yep. He had the world by the balls. He cracked under pressure. Oh, he was an extremist. He was one of those nationalistic Americans.
I'll tell you something.
That's what you would get.
Well,
I would get locked up, and then people that think just like me would be like, oh yeah, that guy was a little crazy. No, they would even make them think it.
I absolutely hate to say it, but like,
tell me I'm wrong.
The Unabomber,
yeah,
actually had some pretty good ideas. No, I'm just saying, guys, do your own research.
Yeah,
but just listen to like the manifesto.
He was a highly intelligent man.
Genius.
He kept moving and kept moving and kept moving because he didn't fucking like the bullshit that was going on in society. He wanted to get the fuck away from it, and they kept pushing his limit and pushing his limit and pushing his limit, and they forced him to fucking snap.
Why do you think there's never been a Unabomber movie? All right, so last year when Joker came out, everyone's like, look, this is a movie where a guy is pushed to this limit from the world, and now he's standing up for his rights, and then the media's like, oh, this movie is glorifying violence, and it's glorifying this, and it's like...
But the movie where they ran around hunting fucking Republicans was okay.
Right. No,
that movie was fine.
Yeah, no, they got nothing to say about that.
Yeah.
But when you look, there's never going to be a movie about the Unabomber because it's going to be a guy who sees all the unjust bullshit that happens in America.
Yeah.
And it's going to be true because everything he said was shit that happened.
About the only thing out of that whole movie that you could actually put together when it comes to production is Mel Gibson would be the first guy in line. I'll play him.
Yeah.
I'll do it.
Fuck, man. I'm just saying, like, when people talk about the Unabomber, it's like, oh yeah, he did terrible. He did. He did terrible things.
Yeah. No, listen, we're never condoning that.
Yeah, I would not recommend anybody go out and do what he did.
No, listen. Don't go blowing anything up. You know, if you want to raise an army of like 40 million Americans.
Yeah.
All right, I'm down with that. But
if you're gonna do it, you got to do it big.
You got to do it big. You got to do it right, and you got to just take it to completion.
It's the entirety.
Don't overkill it.
It's the entirety difference of a cult and a religion.
Yeah, exactly.
It's people.
Yes.
100 people believing in one thing, a cult.
Yeah.
1,000 start getting that tax exempt status. You know what I mean? That's what makes it.
You get a church in the whole 9 yards. Now.
Yeah. So if you're gonna do it, just wait till you're big enough that you can't be stopped.
Yeah.
That's fair. Oh man, we're gonna get fucking shit for saying that.
No, we're getting hammered on this one.
Yeah, as soon as I said that, I was like, man, that's not gonna fly.
This episode.
Good thing we weren't live tonight.
This episode's coming at us.
Yeah, oh fuck. That's all right though.
I still know how to cook.
Yeah, no, it's okay.
I can find
hey, you know
job.
what? If we're not on Facebook Live next week, we might be on YouTube. We might find Twitch. Might be there's other options.
And listen to me. I'm making a series. Are we still recording?
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'm making a serious.
Oh shit!
Huh?
It just stopped because I was just watching it. Hold on.
What?
Well, we're still recording on the video.
Yeah. All right. So we're trying to bring the podcast back up while he does that.
Oh, I got tons of space.
Do you?
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
All right. Let's get back to it.
Oh, let me not.
Is that a big break there?
No.
Okay. Cool. Sweet.
Yeah, they just updated the recording software, so.
So I'm gonna put this out there, and that is that we obviously need a format where we can be what we want to be, where we can take this to the next level. You know what I'm saying? We're always asking people, share this, get us traffic. You want to donate anything that you can do to help us out to get to the next
even just come on the show and talk.
Yeah.
Share your views.
Exactly.
Let us know that we're not the only ones who feel like the way we feel. And even if you don't feel like the way we feel, we still want to hear why you feel the way you do.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like,
all I want for Christmas is nothing that's on a Chinese boat right now. All I want for Christmas is for everybody to share these links. Share the website. Get the traffic out there and get people talking, man. Because honestly, the whole wake up in the morning, take a shower, put your shirt on, drive to work, go to work, come home, eat dinner, go to bed, and doing that for 5-6 days of the week and thinking that something is going to change without you is complete fucking ignorance.
Yeah.
All right? You're part of the problem. You need to wake the fuck up, and if you fucking care about something, okay, whether it contradicts what's popular or what's being pushed in the media or not, you need to stand up for it. Because until enough or equal people start standing up for their side of the fucking coin too, we're never going to see a fucking change. And the only change we're going to see in America is the fucking perpetual fucking waterfall of everything that we believed in flying over the cliff into the fucking abyss. And the only thing we're going to be left with is the rocky stone of whatever they say we're allowed to have.
This is why they say anything that's worth it has to be worked towards. If you did not have to work towards something, it wouldn't be worth it. If you just expect change to happen, if you just expect all this to go away without doing anything, then it's not even worth changing in the first place. Yeah.
And
I have to work.
And I can't afford a political run. So anything that you see out there that you can write in Charles Davis, go ahead and write me in.
Sanitation commissioner. It's like, what? I didn't sign up for this shit. The fuck?
I'll find a way to make it work, Rob.
Yeah, fuck it.
I'll fucking find a way to make it work.
It's like, well, you know what? If there are problems, I could, take a look at it.
I'm going to say, I'm in charge of trash. Let's dump this shit on the mayor's doorstep. They don't understand.
Yeah, fuck. I mean, I think we should do that even if we're not in charge. Just start bringing your trash over there.
Yeah. We need to start waking up.
Governor Wolf, I'm sure you know what I mean.
Oh.
He's got a lot of property. If you guys don't want to pay your trash bills, load up your truck one time a week, like Saturdays. We'll all do it Saturday mornings.
Yeah.
And just dump our fucking trash on his lawn.
That would be fantastic.
Listen, they can't arrest us all. You know what I mean? They'll get some of us, but hey, you know what?
Listen, I'm not advising you to do this, but I am. No, I'm asking you to share this link with every single one of your friends on Facebook and all other social medias that you possibly can. But I'm asking you to share this link for what I'm not really condoning right now, which is everybody should take a bag of trash to Governor Wolf's yard and dump it.
Or even his office, right in front of the office, whatever.
The Capitol, the state Capitol would be fantastic. I'd be all about that.
Yep.
I think that'd be great.
People have asked me, it's like, well, why don't you try like Rumble or something? The problem is, yes, there are right-leaning or Republican, but the thing is, we don't just want to cater to one side.
We're trying to stay independent.
Anybody who has an open mind and is willing to listen.
Yeah.
It just happens that some of the beliefs right now, they are right-leaning because the left is fucking up really bad.
Well,
if there was an independent party that could jump in and cater to both sides, I'd be all for them. But unfortunately, there's not.
One of the best memes I've seen lately on Facebook was the group of 3 Republicans on this side and 3 Democrats on this side. And there's a guy standing in the middle, who I would say is us.
Right.
Me and you. And he says something about, well, shouldn't people be able to just think how they want to think about that? And the Democrats push him over to the Republican guys. And the Republican guys pick him up. And then the Democrat guys are pointing their fingers and being like, see, you're a racist.
Yep.
That's what's going on.
No, I mean,
that's a very simplistic illustration of what's going on, but it is what's going on.
But at the end, yeah, I mean, it's very simplistic, but at the end of the day, there's tons of cases or situations where that's how it is.
Pretty much every story in the media, if you sit back and look at it, that's exactly what it is.
And I'll tell you, the right...
You're going to think like we do,
the right
or we're going to label you.
Up anyone, though, because, like, if it's a child molester and the Democrats are like, even though they wouldn't, they'd probably take him. But if it's a child molester and the Democrats push on Republicans, you know, the right's like, yeah, no, we're good.
Yeah.
But when it comes to someone who's like, he just wants to speak his mind and he's in the country to do so, you know, even...
Well, the proof of that is the time that Trump had fucking actual KKK guys show up at his rally.
Yeah.
And he had them immediately removed.
Yeah. Yep.
Immediately removed.
He said, like, I don't care if you agree with my politics, you know, I don't agree with your beliefs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I respect that you have the freedom to express it.
Yeah.
But I don't have to agree with it.
What America needs to do right now is to stop fucking apologizing to everybody. Take the hit. Mm-hmm. Take the goddamn hit, man.
That's not going to happen.
Take the hit, because how many hits can they fucking give before the system is flooded with hits? What are they going to do? They're going to chastise everybody? They can't. They possibly... It's impossible.
That's what I always say when it comes to bum rush. It's like, they can't arrest us all.
Yeah.
They can just go, you know?
That's what it is, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's truly fucking American. And we're going to lose America for good.
Yeah.
And we're losing it right now as we speak. And when I see people that I've talked to about this shit forever and a day, and they're always like, come on, you worry too much. You're too political. Da, 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 da. And they're starting to go, man, shit's really fucked up.
Well, it's been fucked up.
It's like, well, hello, I've been telling you that for the past fucking 10 years. Where you been?
It's been fucked up.
Welcome to the fucking party.
It's because it didn't affect them at the time. And a lot of people do not care about things if it does not affect them. But I'm telling you this, it does affect you. It's whether or not you care.
No.
You know what I mean?
Well, it's the old, like I said, the old frog analogy. Throw a frog in a hot frying pan, he jumps right out. Put him in a pot of cold water, put it on the stove, and heat it up slowly. Mm-hmm. The frog will stay there until he freaking boils to death.
Yep.
And that's what that's what they've been doing to people for decades now. Slowly boiling you to death. And you're at the point where you're about ready to go fucking belly up. Your ass needs to wake the fuck up and realize that and do something about it.
Because you can still get out and survive and live a...
This is your last moment to do that.
Yep.
Yeah. But if you continue to go about, get up in the morning, go to work, put on my shirt, go to work, do my job, come home,
because
wait for my paycheck.
Because I know when I get home, my favorite Netflix series will be on.
Yeah.
Or my favorite marathon will be on.
Yeah, I can't wait. I'm going to go home and continue that.
I can do DoorDash, my favorite food and my favorite video games.
Yeah, I don't have to go anywhere.
Let everyone else worry about it.
Go ahead. Keep thinking that way. Go ahead. You're about to get a fucking slight hint.
Oh, yeah, it's going to be
fun. With those 33 cargo vessels out there, anybody who thinks it's not going to affect us,
it already has.
It's going to get even worse, though.
Yeah, no, I'm saying it already has. Like, anyone who's denying it right now, it's already affecting us.
And it's only going to get worse.
You know, it's kind of hard to deny.
Yeah. But maybe that's what it's going to take. Yeah. Maybe once it starts hitting them in the fucking belly.
Yeah.
Like so many other countries that have fucking fought for freedom and look up to the United States like we're a beacon of freedom.
We still have tons of people from other countries coming to this country because of the freedoms that we have.
I've seen more people pay more respect to this fucking flag lately
Oh yeah.
overseas
Oh yeah.
than I have here. Every time somebody complains in China or something like that, they're flying a fucking American flag.
Yep.
The balls on these fucking people.
And it's
What do
crazy.
you fucking do?
And we
You fucking piss on it, you burn it.
Yeah.
You fucking kneel for the national anthem because you're a piece of shit.
And then for all the people who say like, oh well, go to Canada, Canada does this and Denmark does go.
Yeah, go there.
Why-
Leave. Fucking
they're
get
like,
the
well,
fuck out.
Why should I leave? This is my country. I was born here. I should be able to change it. Because not everyone agrees with your utopia. If you constantly bring up, well, Canada does this and Denmark does that, go there. You don't have to worry about changing a fucking thing.
No.
If they already do it, just go there.
Vote with your feet, motherfucker, and
Yeah.
leave.
It's because they don't want you. I hate to tell you, she's not that interested. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Americans are gonna show up and they're like,
She's not texting you for a reason.
Yeah,
motherfucker.
America is Canada's Mexico.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Come on, but I love it.
Let's be clear. I love this fucking country like nobody's business. I sacrificed so much for this country. The best years of my life I gave to this fucking country.
And it's one of the reasons you get mad about.
I'm still giving.
Yeah.
I'm still giving.
Yeah, you always will.
And I'm giving to the people that gave.
Yeah.
Which makes me feel good about myself. Makes me
It's
feel
just
proud.
one of the reasons you get upset about things because you care about it.
yeah.
If you don't care, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that's kind of at the point where it's like, well, yeah.
Well, it's pretty much the difference between being a good parent
and
a welfare parent.
Yeah.
Who I've got really nice rims on my car. That's all that matters. Fuck my kids.
Yep. Or, like you make money so you just buy your kids stuff to shut them up.
To appease them.
But you never taught them a fucking thing. You
never threw a ball with them.
Yeah. No.
That's the difference between us and them. We're the good old-fashioned dads. We'll smack the piss out of you, then go buy you an ice cream. Even when you lose your baseball game.
It's gonna be weird, man.
No,
you don't win. You don't win. No pizza party. I don't believe in that.
No, you can get the ice cream. You just don't get the trophy at the end of the year.
No, fuck that.
Come on, there's a lot to be said about learning
Ice
from
cream
losing.
is for closers.
For closers. First prize,
That's
1985 Cadillac DeVille. Second prize, a set of silverware. Third prize, you're fucking fired.
That's it. All right, guys. I'm Rob Cologne.
And I'm Chuck Davis, soon to be federal penitentiary Davis.
Inmate number 6843881. Thanks.
Take care.
I'll stop.